Okay, so after many weeks of going through things and spirit science and there's a lot of updating, I guess you could say, I finally came to this video. And it concerns this book. It's a book. And the religion called Christianity. Now, I gained enough knowledge to finally make a long video. So remember, this is going to be a long video. So I typed out a very, very long message to go with this, but so after typing this, it's really long, so I can't remember it all, so just deal with it. Okay, so there is no good in telling others their belief or lack of beliefs are wrong. Everyone knows that. You know, well, a lot of people should know that, but a lot of people should know that. People learn best through fascination, not through force. Anything that is worth telling someone can be communicated through love, not criticism or judgment. Love is the absence of judgment and the awareness of perfection in all things. But as we all know, there are some people that just don't get that. So then there are people like me, a realist, that will have to go and tell them what's up. So then I'll bring up things like this. Here's some flaws in Christianity that I want to explain without the answer, well, God did it, or there was a light, night and day, before there was sun. What? If there was no sun, then there would be no night or day. Also, light was from the newly created heavenly bodies. Seems to have reached the earth instantaneously through it. Now that takes thousands or millions of years. Every plant and tree which yield seed are given to us by God as good to eat. Note, this would include poisonous plants as hemlock, buckeye, pod, nightshade, or lander. So yeah, we're supposed to eat that, by the way. Adam was supposed to die the day he ate the fruit. Adam lived 930 goddamn years. A mark is placed on Cain as a distinctive identifying symbol when there were only 3 known persons on earth. Cain builds and populates a whole city in only 2 generations. God is unhappy with the wickedness of man and decides to flood the earth to eliminate mankind. All living things, including plants, animals, women, and innocent children, are also exterminated. Note, this is like burning down a house to get rid of mice. The flood covered the earth with water 15 cubits, 20 plus feet, if you don't know what that is, above the highest mountains. Note, this would require steady worldwide rainfall at the rate about 6 inches per minute. 360 inches per hour, which comes roughly to 8,640 inches per day for 40 days and nights. So as to cover the entire earth with an endless ocean 5 miles deep, thus bearing 2,900 feet of Mount Everest underwater of 22 feet. How did the author know the depth of the water? Did Noah take surroundings? Without Christ, you cannot go to the Father. Without the Spirit of Christ, without the Spirit of love. It doesn't necessarily have to do anything with believing He existed or anything. For even the demons believed, right? Christianity is a state of consciousness. It's a way of living as Christ did. When He says, I am the way, He means living as Him, as the way, basically live like He did. For it was said, this is my command, love one another. You will not unto the Father, unto the source, unless you embody Christ's consciousness, which is unconditional love and compassion. For those that don't know spirit science or anything of it. Because as we all know, Christian delusion of how the religion way goes is completely wrong, as it was an edited version of the Egyptian religion, which of course was the original religion, in which spirit science talks about such things as human history, the seed of life, flower of life, and how we're made of the Phi and Fibonacci sequence, and how we're actually just from another dimension and have lost memory of it. But the Romans, for reasons of power control, completely edited and changed a good portion of what the Egyptian religion was all about, and superimposed the life of Yeshua, aka Jesus. An individual that went to the Tibetan mountains for many years, which the Bible ironically doesn't mention anything about. Because the Romans didn't want you to know that all Jesus was an enlightened guru from the Tibetan mountains. Thus, why he was such a kind, helpful individual. Thus why he was always about love, peace, and harmony. Not because God and all that bullcrap that the Romans edited it to. So anyways, yes, I've read the Bible. Because I've recently been going with these hardcore Christian people and all that good shit. And then there was this hardcore Catholic chick that never shut the hell up about it. Which, by the way, Christians say that 666 and Satan worshippers are actually the Catholic Church and its Catholic people. Which are blindly following the devil religion. So anyways, I continue to reference it for sources of wisdom. I love the words of Christ, but not everybody who knows Jesus or had access to the Bible, likewise, there are a lot of people who know who Christ was and believe he existed, but are blinded by their own ego. Imagine this, a Buddhist, a Christian, and an atheist are all walking, and come across a man who is injured. The self-proclaimed Buddhist keeps on walking. The self-proclaimed Christian keeps on walking. The atheist sees the man in his time of need, and has the compassion over him. So he stops to take care of him. Which was the real Buddhist, or the real Christian in that situation? It was the atheist. The person who has never even read the Bible in his life was completely following the principles and teachings of Christ out of intuition. Every man is judged according to his works and not his beliefs. Did you feed me when I was hungry? Clothe me when I needed clothes? As you know, Paul says in the Bible, faith without deeds is dead. Jesus did not bring us religion. He brought us love, unity, and acceptance. This is the path of your so-called God. And this is the doorway to infinity. In John 17, Jesus prays to the Father, telling him he showed us love so that he would be completely united both with the Father and each other. You can have this relationship with Christ all you want. But if your emotions and actions aren't in line with the Spirit of Christ, aka love, then this is not what Christ is looking for. He is looking for us to love one another and unify in the Spirit. The truth of love is non-debatable. And which is non-debatable is known intuitively, and therefore is the ultimate